Hello everyone, it's the Cursing Seamstress back for another video. In this video I'm going to show you some new fabric that I ordered and received, some fabric that I received from my sister-in-law who lives in Texas, and some completed projects, and I think that's about it. So let's get started. I received a gift card from Amazon for Christmas from my daughter, and I knew I wanted to buy sewing stuff with it. I had looked on Amazon previously and viewed the Michael Miller fabrics, which I love. If you are not familiar with Michael Miller, he does a lot of retro prints. He does solids fabrics too, but he does a lot of retro prints that I just love. A lot of kids fabrics from the 40s, 50s. They're just adorable. He does other things too. It's worth taking a look. Michael Miller. The first one I chose was this guitar fabric. This is, trying to see if this has a name. It says Michael Miller Groovy Guitars is the name. The colors are black, gray, white, a lime green, and a tealish color. I think this is great for male or female, but I like it for little boys especially. So I'm really happy with that. The next one I fell in love with too. This is Michael Miller, and this one is called Fond Memories. It's a play on Fond Memories, I guess. But these are little deer with a touch of green, maybe that's holly, red berries, but I don't necessarily think that it's Christmas. I think it could be used anytime. The background is off-white, the fawn is brown, and then the green and the red, and there are little butterflies in there too. I'm not sure what I'm going to make with this, but I will definitely find something. The next one I have not opened yet. The other two I have washed. This one is Michael Miller Holiday, it's called. It's still in the wrapper, and it is a Christmas ornament print. I hope you can see that. There's some Christmas trees in there, hearts. They're all ornaments, I guess. And it's a nice bright green with pink, red, white, and black. Don't know what I'm going to make with this either, but I'm certainly thinking about it already. Now, my sister-in-law sent me quite a bit of fabric, not a lot of yardage per fabric that she sent me. This is a knit piece, and it's a brown, and it has little chicks or birds on it, and hearts, and little wands. The colors are pink, an aqua color, red, orange, and I think that's it. So again, this is a knit. I'm thinking that this will end up being a little girl's skirt, but I'm not sure. I have probably, with this one, I might have a couple of yards of this. So this is, it's enough to make something big. The next fabric is a nice plaid. This feels like shirt fabric. It's fairly thin. This would make a great lining, but I think there are other things that you could do with this also. There's probably a half a yard here. This piece is a baby print with zoo animals on it, palm trees, moons, butterflies, that kind of thing. I have already used this, and I didn't bring it out to show you, for a bib. I showed you bibs before, the pattern that I use, with a Velcro closure. I put this on the front, and I put brown terry cloth, which coordinates with the brown in here, on the back. And again, I don't have that to show you, but there wasn't a lot of that fabric, but I made use of what I could. The next fabric, I really like this. This is a fine corduroy, and there's probably maybe a yard, a little over a yard of this. This, because it's a corduroy, and just because of the colors in this, I think it would be good for a winter item. A skirt would be great. A vest would work. Not sure what else. Could pair it up with another fabric for, have this as the skirt portion and a different fabric as the bodice. Not sure what I'm going to do with this. This is good for guys or girls, and I always think about my two grand boys and what I can use for them, and what would be better off for a girl. The next things I'm going to show you are, oh, here's another fabric. These, this fabric I've not done anything with, these last two. This is a Winnie the Pooh. It's just a real tiny piece. I may use it as an applique or to contrast with an item that I make. This too is not a big piece, but I know I can make use of this. I could make a zippered pouch with it, or I'm not sure. I have to think about it. But I like this one. It's cute. Okay. Here is, this kind of doesn't fit with the rest of the stuff that I've done and shown you. But this is a bib. This is the pattern for the bib that I was telling you about that I make, that's a reversible. On the back is a brown flannel. The front actually was made for a friend of mine whose niece had a baby, and I put the initial of the baby on there. And this was pieced together with different scraps for both the front and the back. This is a fabric that I got from my sister-in-law. I got quite a bit of this. This is a cotton, and I made diaper covers from this. On the back, I cut out some of that zoo fabric that she had given me. I don't think I've shown that to you yet, but I made use of that. I cut a heart shape on the back of that. This I have shown you before. This was a part of that dress pattern that crosses in the back for baby, and I'm going to show you another dress that I made with that pattern to help you to remember that. Here is another diaper cover that I made with, it's a cotton zoo kind of print, and simple to do, elastic legs, elastic top. And this fabric is really the most beautiful fabric, I think, of everything that she sent me. This is such quality, and I don't remember the company that made it, but I made one of those dresses that cross in the back with the buttons in the front. This fabric is so nicely and tightly woven and so soft. I'm sure it's all cotton, but the birds and the print is just exceptional. I don't even know if you can really get the full impact of this. It's lovely. The buttons I used are red, just because I have zillions of buttons. So I usually don't have any trouble finding a button to match or enough to fit however many buttonholes I need. So again, this pattern is the opened up tulip back. And I just love that. I've got a little bit of the fabric left over. I'm not sure if I've got enough to do anything with. Now, again, with this fabric here that was given to me, I use that as a lining and I made a vest. I think this vest is for a girl or a boy. I put on the back an applique. I usually don't do appliques unless they're appliques that I make myself. This one was an applique that I downloaded from an embroidery site, and I don't remember what site it was. It could have been free or I could have paid for it. I really don't remember. But that's the applique. It's an owl on a broom. And the back, I really like that tab that kind of gathers things. I think that's really cute. So I used the same fabric as the lining for that. And of course I put buttons on the front. So I'm real pleased. If you see any marks, blue marks or any other color marks on things that I show you, it's the pen, the marker pen that I use for sewing when I draw my buttonholes for their placement. I'll use that, and I just need to wash it off with a damp towel. I have not done that yet. For the front, I told myself I wasn't going to buy any more fabric, but I went to Walmart and I bought this flannel fabric. I think it was $2 a yard, and I thought that really worked well with the colors of the lining, and also just a general color for Halloween. So that's that little vest. And that's a size 5. To me, that runs a little bit big. It's a McCall's pattern, but my memory card was full, so I had to put another one in, and it's given me a zoomed in picture, which I probably need to fix. So let's see if I can do that. Okay, that's a little bit better. I made another size 5 vest with this pattern. This was I've shown this pattern before. It's a retro McCall's pattern. It had elastic waistband pants with like a placket in the front of it, and elastic that ran the rest of the way around, that I made for my 4-year-old grandson. They're really cute. And this vest came with the pattern. This fabric was given to me also by my sister-in-law. This is my second favorite of what she gave me. This is a realistic print of cowboys. There's cattle, horses, dogs, all out on a plain area. Looks like it's in the Midwest. And I really like the fabric a lot. So I did this in a size 5. This, I put a golden color or brass colored buttons on the little tab that gathers it in the back. The front, I used a sort of a tan color. The lining on this is a deep red checkered fabric that I've had for a long time. I have a feeling this will be too big for my 4-year-old grandson, but I just started. I've never really done this before, but I've watched enough YouTube videos where other seamstresses have done this, and so I've done it several times and it seems to work pretty well. And that is, I've started tracing out patterns on plain copy paper and marking them with the same markings on the original pattern in order to maintain them. This pattern that is the vest pattern that I've shown you is an old pattern. It's only going to let me cut it out so many times. It's already very thin, and there's a little tear on this vest pattern. So what I've done is just put weights on the pattern and put paper that I've taped together underneath it, and then I've taken a fine tipped magic marker and I've gone under it and I've just done dots along the lines until I've completely outlined the sizes. And in this one I went ahead and I think what I did was I outlined the size for a 3 as opposed to the biggest size, which is a 5, and I've cut that out and made sure I labeled it really well with the pattern number, the size, the grain line, the markings for the buttons that go on the back here. I didn't need to really mark the front buttons because I kind of placed those on my own. And I'm going to do that for the other sizes too, or at least for the size 5. Maybe I'll just do the size 5 and the size 3 so that I can keep using it again. And I plan to do that. I need to find a way to store them better. I really don't want to fold them up. I know that some people put them on hangers using the clips on the hanger, and they actually hang them up, and that makes a lot of sense. I think that's probably a pretty good way to save them. The final thing I wanted to show you, my sister-in-law also threw in the mix a simplicity pattern. I have not opened this up and not looked at it. It looks fairly simple. It is for a little girl, and it's a dress and a vest and a jacket and a skirt and a pair of pants, and it looks lovely. It is Simplicity 9854 in sizes 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 6X. I like it. It is an online jacket or vest, and it's for wovens. You could probably use knits too, but it's made for wovens, and I prefer sewing with wovens for some reason. The very last thing I want to show you are 3 other patterns. I went to 4 other patterns. I went to Habitat for Humanity in the next little town over from me. They have patterns that are 10 cents a piece, and I got 4 of them. The first one is a McCall's M6516. It's for a jacket, an unlined jacket. It says that it is an easy pattern. It looks pretty easy. It's got the front that drapes down sort of in a cascade, and I liked it. So I'm gonna try that one. This one is a Simplicity 2638. Sizes 6 through 16. By the way, the one I just showed you looks like it's never been opened. None of these look like they've been opened or cut. This one I was thinking more for my daughter. It is a maxi dress, and I guess there are some variables. I haven't looked at it that closely, but it looks interesting. So I think I will try that. It's supposed to be easy. The next one is a Lisette, which is a Butterick brand. This is for a coat and a dress. It's B6244. This looks fairly new, and this is what it looks like. I believe it's an unlined jacket and a dress where it looks like the bodice is fairly form-fitting and the skirt is more of an A-line. Looks like there's a zipper in the back of the dress. I'll show you the back. This is sizes 8 through 16, but I'll show you the line art on the back. I think I'm showing it to you. So I thought that was cute. I'm gonna give that a try. And the last one is a new look, which I think is Simplicity. I could be wrong. This is for a purse, several purses, and a cell phone case. It's new look 6574, and you can see the variations of the purse, and I'll show you the line art on the back for the different purses. So I'll try that. And I think that's it. I hope you like this video. Tune in at least every couple of weeks. I'll put a new one up of different fabric that I've gotten a hold of, patterns, stuff that people have given me, things that I've bought, what I'm looking at making, what I have made, and how it turned out. And I really appreciate your watching. Thank you so much.